Hi, Leo. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, I am here to do your general reading. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising signs for the month of December 2020. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what is coming in for you, Leo. What do you need to know? Just what are you going through? What's the advice for you? Just anything at all that Spirit wants to bring through. Any general messages, okay? So, of course, this is going to be very general, so it's not going to be for all of you. So please just take what resonates with you. We're just going to look at the overall kind of collective energy within and around Leo. So this also could be picking up on your environment or somebody who's close to you or around you. So please keep that in mind as well. Okay, so what's going on for Leo? So Spirit, please use me as a direct and clear channel for the highest and greatest good. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, the collective energy within and around the Leo energy. December 2020. Whoever needs to hear these messages, what's coming in for you, Leo? What do you need to hear right now? What's going on for Leo? Okay, this just flew across the table. I don't think I'm going to take it though. All right, so let's go ahead and get the overall theme for you. What's the overall energy right now for you, Leo? What is the overall kind of energy, the overall theme for you at the moment? Collective Leo, Spirit, what is the overall theme? Okay, so we have taking steps in reverse. We have courage. We have professional assistance in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have Ascended Masters, Milestone, and Kindred Partnership. Okay. So looking at the bottom of some of these decks here that I have been shuffling, we have expect the unexpected. A sudden change or shift is in store for you. Whatever it is, it's for your best. Everything happens for a reason, even if it seems challenging at first. And we also have here the Death reversed and the Eight of Wands in reverse here. What else do we have here? Take a deeper look. Okay, so I do feel with this Kindred partnership here at the bottom of the deck, this might be about a connection. This might be about love here, since we have that Kindred partnership. And since we have the milestone, the Ascended Masters beneath it, I do feel like maybe there is some form of, it almost feels like there's some form of divine intervention going on here, especially with this card, a sudden shift is in store. So with this Courage card here, I feel like this is going to be a time to, I feel like with this number 1 card here, there's some form of new beginning coming in for you. There's a new start, there's a new beginning, and it is going to require maybe having to put on this armor and kind of, move towards a place of courage here with this unexpected shift that's coming in for you. And since we have taking steps in reverse, let's get a few more cards here. Maybe some of you have not been taking steps. Maybe some of you have not been pursuing something at the moment. And I feel like this is the courage that's coming in for you here. What's going on for Leo? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yeah, the Death in reverse. It's like some form of impending shift or impending change here with the Death card reverse. This is this death and rebirth, and it kind of gives me the same feeling with this sudden shift in store. So it's like there's a sudden change that's going to require a lot of courage, require a lot of, a lot of bravery, a lot of courage here. And I feel There's a reason to why this death has not happened yet, or this shift has not happened yet here. So some of you are on the brink of a new beginning. So what do we have for Leo? Anything else? Any general energies for Leo? Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. We also have here at the bottom of the deck the Four of Swords, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups. And here's the High Priestess. It flew right on top of the Kindred partnership. So I feel like there's something very spiritual going on here. I feel like there's a spiritual shift in store. There's a spiritual energy in terms of with the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. I mean, to me, this is about a divine connection. This is about it's also about what we're looking for in love. What is going to be our fulfillment, our Ten of Cups? What's going to make us feel the Ten of Cups? What does that look like for us here? And I do feel like there's going to be a shift here that needs to happen in terms of making this Ten of Cups happen. So with the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups reverse, there's a need here to kind of come out of complacency or come out of distractions. And so I feel like there is something connected to this taking steps card here with the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups, to where there's been maybe a lack of change, a lack of movement here with the Death card in reverse. So I feel like Spirit's really encouraging you to sort of open up to some new beginning here, and it definitely could involve love here, and it could be about somebody else too. This might be connected to another person who's doing that here. What else do we have for Leo? What else do we have for Leo? Yeah, do not give up on something that you really want right now. There is an obstacle or uphill climb that you are facing, but this is only a test. What you want, you will achieve. Keep going. There's something here that I feel you are being encouraged to not give up on, okay? Because I feel like with this death in reverse and this sudden shift that's coming in for you, it is a positive shift. It's something that I feel you've been really wanting. And I do definitely feel like it could involve love for some of you, since we have that, Lovers and Ten of Cups here. We also have the Kindred partnership. And there's something about this Ascended Masters and milestone here too, to where maybe you are, I'm almost getting there's a spiritual completion happening to where you've really grown a lot spiritually. Or Spirit is almost, it kind of sounds weird, but I almost feel like Spirit is waiting for the right time to gift you something until you have completed a cycle in your spiritual growth. So with this High Priestess here in the Kindred partnership, it almost feels like something that is either kept from you at the moment, in terms of kept secret from you because of a higher purpose, or this is also something very spiritual with the High Priestess and the Kindred partnership here. But there's a feeling of having to not give up is actually more of what I'm getting with the Taking Steps in reverse and this Courage card, and then this card being confirmed here and the Death card in reverse. It almost feels like this major transformation is going to bring some Ten of Cups energy into your life here. But some of you are either, I don't know if you're giving up on this, or if there's some form of disbelief here, or maybe somebody else is also feeling this too. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, there may be a battle between your ego and your higher self in regards to a certain choice or decision that you must make. Your higher self will always point you into the direction that is best for you. Take some time to think through a present choice. And we have move your body through physical exercise. Your energy can become stagnant and energetically slow when you are inactive. Walk, run, dance, bike, or any form of movement. I actually feel too this could just be talking about movement, like moving out of a feeling of holding back. So there's something here, whether again this is you or somebody else, I feel like there's a feeling here of holding back, because with this ego card here and higher self, there's like this tug between the higher self and the ego. And I feel like what Spirit's really wanting to bring forth is that there's a feeling of not giving up at the moment, or not you know, continuing to move forward here to what you want, because there is going to be a shift happening for you. So we'll get some more cards about this kindred partnership a little bit later. Anything else for Leo? Because with that Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups and that taking steps in reverse, it feels like something like very scattered energy, like not really focusing on what you want, but focusing on either other things or letting your energy sort of become slow or become stagnant here with this card here too. It's like there is something about needing to continue is what I'm getting. Continue on your path here. And I feel it is sort of a completion that's coming in for you. And it's like you're on the tail end of a spiritual completion, especially involving, you know, like I said, either putting you in the position to meet a divine counterpart, or this is about you reaching a milestone that's going to allow you and a person here to kind of come together is what I'm getting. But there's some form of decision that has to be made, and it's between the ego and the higher self. And that's why I also feel with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups, that's more of an ego energy. That's more about holding back because of our ego. And there's something about depth here. We have take a deeper look at the bottom of this deck, and we have deeper perspective on this one. So there is something for sure about taking a deeper look at something. And I feel like with this High Priestess too, it could be just going within and meditating on something here, because there's more to the story, or there's more to something is still what I'm getting here. Yeah, the clairvoyance card. It's like a lot of you need to get very clear within your intuition here on something. There's a need to really connect to spirit a little bit more. Connect to your higher self is definitely what I'm getting, since we have this ego versus the higher self. There's a feeling of listening more to the ego, and I'm not sure exactly what this is about. I feel like it again, it probably involves love. For some of you, and it could resonate with some of you, you might be holding back on a transformation in your life because you are kind of over idealizing a connection. And I feel, again, there's a need to kind of listen to your higher self. But I think for most of you, you feel, yeah, this just flew in my hand, retrograde, reflection and delays. It's almost like, because I'm not getting much too many messages for you, Leo. I feel like this is more about you taking time to reflect within yourself. There's something here that you hold the answer to, and I feel like you are going to be coming into a lot of clarity about that. You're coming into clarity within yourself, and it feels like something that you have to discover on yourself, by yourself. With the Ascended Masters, you have a lot of spiritual support with you right now. And it's like you've already either reached a milestone or you're coming up to a milestone. And it's like once you reach that milestone, you have this sort of explosion of a new start coming in for you. But it's like you're not there yet. And I feel like, again, I'm getting this kind of message for you that you are sort of not, how should I say? It's like you are the only one that holds the key to your answer right now, if that makes sense. It's like you really have to be the one to reflect within yourself, to really find some form of unlocking of something. Because I feel like with that taking steps in reverse, and this, again, Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, some of you are listening too much to distractions or ego, when really you have to go within and you have to listen to that first and foremost. And that's going to allow you to go through the transformation that you need to go through. Okay, some of you need to start moving your body, exercising. Anything else for Leo? Anything else, Spirit, for Leo? What's going on here? Yeah, something for sure about action here. We have raise your vibration. Yeah, there's definitely something to where there's a need for you to raise your vibration right now. Let's focus on raising your vibration, doing things that put you in a better vibration. Maybe some of you are feeling a little bit like you're in a lower vibration, or you are kind of going through a period of ascension is what I'm getting as well with this retrograde. It's like you're going through a period of having to kind of take a step back and reflect. But it's like this is all to gain a better perspective of something, and it feels more like a positive thing in not giving up on something. We have Jasper, follow the leader, and Tincture, find the cure. And here we have Jade, act now. See, there's something about action. And we have Charity and trust. So with this professional assistance in reverse, some of you, this could be about overcoming adversity and sacrifice. I feel like this is more about you listening to yourself, like I said here, and maybe there's a, excuse me, maybe there's a need here for you to overcome something that you can only kind of find within yourself, because I feel like with this follow the leader here, I'm not really getting that you are meant to follow, excuse me, other people per se. I feel like this is more about you following your own internal guidance here, but there's something about this that I feel you are needing to act on. There's a feeling of needing to take action with this bike here too, and act now. But I don't know, I just keep getting the feeling like there's something more that you need to discover. Like I'm not, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, start from scratch. Declutter your thoughts. Again, a lot of you, there's a need to really declutter your thoughts right now. There's too much going on. 7 of Cups reversed, 4 of Cups reversed. There's a need here. It could be with the professional assistance, that this could be somebody literal. This could be a boss. This could be a teacher. This could be somebody that is in a position of authority that is giving you guidance or needing to give you guidance here. But maybe some of you are not listening, or some of you could also be stepping yourself into a role of being a teacher or being a leader here, and that could be it as well. But there's something clouding your thoughts right now. There's something clouding you, and that's why I feel Spirit is telling you, yeah, break the chains that bind you. See, there's something that's like not allowing you to fully trust right now in yourself and in your path, and possibly even a connection here with this kindred partnership. I'm going to clarify that kindred partnership in a minute here. But anything else we have for Leo? Because there's a need to, yeah, purify your life. Anything else for Leo? Solar plexus, yeah, solar plexus chakra, and follow your passion. I think for a lot of you, this is about your career. But again, there might be a connection here that's involved somehow with this. Or you are struggling to let go of a connection that's actually kind of binding you. I'm going to confirm that. But I feel like with the solar plexus and the follow your passion, there's something within you, and it only starts within you. That's why I keep getting that here. It's like some of you are going to be going through a time when you are going to have to really find the courage here, but it's starting within your center. It's starting within you, and you are the only one that's kind of holding you back, if that makes sense. So there's a need for you to really, there could be some adversity here going on for you, but it almost feels more like a self-adversity. It feels like you need to continue on this path and continue to trust here in yourself. There's a passion that you have. There's something that you want to do. And with the solar plexus in the Act Now card, it's clear that this is time for you to take action after you kind of reflect. So maybe you're in a period of reflecting right now. You're in a period of this retrograde reflecting. you're raising your vibration, you're needing to not give up on something. So maybe there's something has kind of taken you down from your dream or your path here, and Spirit is telling you to get back into your higher self and get back into trusting that you can achieve what you want, is kind of what I'm getting, because there's a feeling here of you needing to trust that here. My ear is ringing like crazy. Yeah, we have visualize and imagine your dreams. Exactly. So really imagine what you want, really visualize what you want here. A lot of you need to get into a higher state of vibration is really what I'm getting, because there's something that you want to manifest or something that you really want. And it's like Spirit's telling you that you can have it. You can have anything that you want here, but you are not trusting, or you are kind of stuck over here is what I'm getting. And that's why from the very beginning we have the courage cards, because you need to take this chance. You need to take this risk here after you're ready. If you know. So I want to look at this kindred partnership. Yeah, and look at this at the bottom. Transformation with creative endeavor in reverse. There's some form of creative endeavor or creative project or career purpose here that you have. And I feel like with the transformation in reverse, we have the death in reverse. Same thing here. There's a transformation that has not happened fully for you. And I'm getting it's like partially because you have to go through this transformation. And the other part of it could just be you being a little bit complacent, or being a little bit maybe even pessimistic or negative here, or there's something that you have to kind of sacrifice here, because we have this Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Empress reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed. Wow, some of you are not seeing your full power here. The Empress with the Nine of Pentacles, I mean, all of these actually, the Queen of Wands too, to be in reverse, this is actually more of a, especially like a feminine energy that's not fully in her power, even though you have the capability to be this. So something is really holding you back here within your sacral, excuse me, your solar plexus. It could be your sacral too, but your solar plexus, when it comes to fully living out your dreams and fully living out your everything that you want. Like there's a lot of power here, I feel, that you are needing to discover within yourself. So let's go ahead and look at this kindred partnership here, because we also had the Lovers as well, I saw earlier. So what do we need to know about this kindred partnership for Leo? Okay. We have the Three of Swords reversed. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Justice here. That's the kindred partnership for Leo. Yeah, so what did I say? We have optimism in reverse. Wow, so this is actually really heavy, because I feel like a lot of you, there's something deeply within you, how you view yourself here, because all of these are in reverse. Deserving, true love, and optimism in reverse. And we just had the Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, all in reverse. So definitely, I feel with the solar plexus, there's a need to connect with yellow and with the solar plexus here. But something, I feel for some of you, there has been a connection here, either from your past, or this could even be, you know, your upbringing or childhood or masculine energies or whatever that is for you, that has made you feel that you are not worthy here of something. And it's very much so, very heavy here within a feeling of not being able to achieve something, or you've been in this state here. And it's connected, I feel, to two different things, or actually three different things. For one group of you, this is connected to a connection that has held you back before, a connection in the past that has held you back before. And I feel like you have, it's like maybe some of you feel that it has taken some form of toll on your confidence. And I feel with this justice and the Six of Wands here, this is a need for you to trust in your justice, in your path here, in your success with the Six of Wands. But there's been a feeling of you holding back on that because maybe there has been a wound within a connection. And it definitely is within the solar plexus. It's within having to, you know, maybe break free from something and feel empowered within yourself because it maybe has really taken you down. I lost my train of thought here. For others of you, this could just be about, in general, the way that you feel about yourself. That is preventing you here from meeting perhaps a new connection. But it's more about your passion though right now. It's more about you feeling empowered and taking charge and taking action. And I feel like with the Ascended Masters and the milestone, I do think Spirit's kind of telling you that you have hit a milestone here within your like your progress within yourself here. You know, for select some of you, it could be that this is about another person. And if so, you know, maybe this person has had a very difficult time loving themselves here. But see, here we have great gratitude with loss beneath that, behind a mask, reverse. So I don't really know exactly what this is or if this is just only about you, but I do feel there's a heavy, like, behind a mask here within the self is really what I'm getting. And it's taking like the manifestation ability that you could have here is being decreased because you don't feel deserving or you don't feel optimistic within yourself here. And since we do have this Three of Swords reverse, I feel like it does involve letting go of pain, letting go of heartbreak here. But it's almost like this is living in trauma is what I'm hearing with the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups and the Three of Swords. Like there's a feeling of living in either the past or living in trauma without trusting in a new path. It's like there's a stuck energy here for sure. Yeah, the Tower. It's like I feel there's a need for this Tower. See, remember we have this sudden shift coming in. So it's like that this is kind of like the Tower to me right now. There's like a sudden shift that's happening for you. And I think this came through for a few other signs too. There's a sudden shift that's happening for you. But for you, Leo, I feel like the sudden shift that this is going to be is a realization of how much you're worth, of how much you can achieve, especially when it comes to your career or your passion or just your fire. It's just about embracing the fire that's within you, your confidence. Something is not balanced within the way that you view yourself or the way that you feel deserving. Whoops, that scared me. Of love or deserving of, mainly just, it kind of goes hand in hand, because if you don't feel like you have a solid, you know, solar plexus, if you don't feel like you have a solid sense of self, then you are going to feel like you don't deserve love either. So it's kind of like an all-in-one type of thing here that I feel you're going through. And so there's a need for you to really put on this armor and have the courage here to trust and to, you know, move forward. Okay. And then with this is going to come a lot of needing to declutter your thoughts, declutter your mind here, get really centered and balanced, purify your life. Anything that is not, anything that is keeping you distracted or anything that is keeping you from taking steps. Because see, here we have taking steps in reverse too. This is a feeling of being in like a spinning energy, or kind of going one step forward and two steps back, one step forward and two steps back is what I'm getting with this here. And it has something revolving around the Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, like either fantasizing about things that are not here anymore, or being in an energy of wishful thinking with no action being taken. And the underlying reason to why no action has been taken is because you have not felt confident or you have not felt capable. And again, this is kind of central around the solar plexus and within you believing in yourself, and because something has made you feel that you don't deserve this. But that's kind of the interesting thing, is it's not so much about like your heart chakra as much as it is about your solar plexus. And that's why I feel it's more about that. So maybe, you know, research your solar plexus more, about how that could have affected you. It could be your trauma. It could be things like that that have made you like not feel as empowered as you could when it comes to your purpose here. And that's what I feel Spirit's wanting you to do. So visualize what you want. Maybe make a vision board or manifest things right now, because I feel almost with this teacher or professional assistance, I mean, it could even be that some of you do need to, you're being encouraged to talk to somebody or to go to counseling here. But this could also be about you like needing to trust in, it's almost like a spiritual energy as well. Even though it's not a spirit card, I'm kind of getting that message as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and see then what's coming in for you next. The Magician, that's, yeah. So I feel like you are going to be doing this. You are going to be stepping back into the Magician's energy here. I do feel like for some of you, it's going to require you to have to go on a solo path, or have to detach from, it could be coworkers, it could be people who are preventing you from really seeing your true power here. And that's, it's kind of, I think I said that for Sagittarius too, but Sagittarius and Scorpio as well. But this is more, yeah, the Devil reversed and the King of Wands. This could be anything though. It could be family, it could be relationships, it could be coworkers. But I feel like it kind of stems over here from the Three of Swords reverse and the Seven of Cups, you know, taking steps here. There's a feeling of having to maybe like carve your own path away from, yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed, away from other people, or away from things that do not make you feel empowered. For you, Leo, it's more about you feeling powerful within, or I should say, yeah, I guess powerful, but it starts within. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, it starts within the way that you feel whole, kind of within yourself, but it's not so much like some of the other signs I did was more about like your heart chakra or intimacy. This is more about you feeling deserving or feeling optimistic. It's more about that. Like your sense of self. So take a look at where that could be, you know, any trauma that could be existing there. So what's coming in for you next, Leo? Ten of Wands, the Strength in reverse, and the Page of Swords. So again, with the Strength card here in reverse, some of you, are feeling overburdened right now. Some of you are feeling very weighed down right now. What's next for you, Leo? Yeah, exactly. Remember that you have the free will to create or be anything that you want to be. You can either use this for your benefit or your detriment. The world is your oyster and the possibilities are limitless. Spread your wings and fly. Exactly. So I feel like you are really being encouraged here to spread your wings and fly. And for whatever reason, with the Ten of Wands and the Strength in reverse, some of you don't feel capable. Again, same kind of thing here. Or there's a need for you to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is coming through because we have this card here. It says, showing your vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Be expressive with your emotions and don't be afraid to say how you feel. If someone can't return the same to you, that's a reflection of their own fear. So, and the Strength card in reverse actually can point to that. It can point to a feeling of having to find, it's almost like I do feel for some of you, this might even be about talking to somebody, and that may not be for everybody, but this could be a therapist, it could be something like that, or maybe just a friend, talking about your emotions or talking about how you feel. There's some form of strength here within your vulnerability. Some of you have been carrying too much weight, you've been carrying too much pain, but it's more of like a suppression of self. So there's a feeling of carrying something heavy within your center, and talking it through or being vulnerable about how you feel is going to allow you to manifest much more quickly, because there's something pressuring you here. And I feel like with the Page of Swords, that actually could be, see, there's a book here too. So there's a paper and there's a book, and this woman's reading a book. So this might be about learning something new or talking to somebody. Again, this is a people card, so this could be talking to a professional, but there's a need to really be more like finding strength in your vulnerability here when it comes to your pain, or when it comes to anything that has made you feel less than or non-deserving. And so as you go through this process of decluttering, of really finding yourself here, it's going to be important to be clear about, you know, again, what you want here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have your head may be in the clouds right now and perhaps stuck in fantasy or illusion. Find balance between the 5D and the 3D and ensure that you are integrating the two equally. Come down to earth. So that's the 7 of Cups over here and the 4 of Cups. Some of you need to come back down to earth, get grounded, because maybe you are, there's something that you are not, you know, there's something here with that High Priestess too, and the higher self versus the ego. There's something that you are wanting to have, but it's out of ego or it's out of fantasy here. And it's like that is contributing to your confusion. Okay. So let's get the last card here. I also feel too, if some of you are dealing with a connection, or you're dealing with somebody who is making you feel stuck, this is kind of taking a toll on your solar plexus. It's taking a toll on this here. So if you're trying to move forward to something and you know that something is holding you back, a specific person, and this is a confirmation to you here to make sure that you are not in the clouds about something here, or about a connection. So what's the final advice for Leo, or what's coming in for you? Yeah, wow. Embrace your shadow and accept the truth. This came through for Scorpio. So maybe some of you have a Scorpio in your chart, or you're dealing with a Scorpio. And we have detached to see clearly with center and ground. Yeah. So this is going to be a time for you to really embrace your shadow, to accept the truth of something. And again, I feel like it's connected to this whole reading here. So however that may resonate with you. But this is a need to really embrace your shadow and accept the truth about something, because it's keeping you weighted. It's like I'm getting you're weighted, and you cannot fly to your passions here when you're weighted down by a lack of optimism or lack of confidence here within yourself. And it's coming from, or it's stemming from, being too much in the clouds about something, specifically maybe even a connection, or refusing to let go of something here. And there's a need for you to really make sure that you're listening to your higher self, not your ego here. So I hope that this could help you, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great month. I'll talk to you next time. Much love.